Good morning, my dear learners. In our last class, we had learned the poem The Little Plant, how to recite it, and what it was about. Today, we will understand the poem, the meaning of each and every line of it. But before I begin, I want you to understand one thing, that there is a difference between an author and a poet. Now let's see that difference. An author or a writer is a person who writes stories, whereas a poet is the one who writes poems. A female poet is known as poetess, and this poem has been written by a poetess, Kate L. Brown. Now let us begin. Now read the first line. In the heart of a seed, buried deep, so deep. Now here the poetess describes that the new plant is present in the heart or the center of the seed, and the seed is buried deep inside the ground. So the word heart here means the center of the seed. Inside the seed there's a baby plant. Now come to the second line. A dear little plant lay fast asleep. This line means that inside the seed there's a baby plant. And what is the baby plant doing? It was fast asleep. Now the phrase fast asleep means sleeping soundly or comfortably. So the baby plant is sleeping soundly till someone goes and wakes it up. Now let's see what happens in the third line. Wake, said the sunshine, and creep to the light. Here the poetess has used the word like wake because the children are familiar with this word. Your mother wakes you up in the morning. Same way, sunlight goes and wakes the baby plant up, which means a plant grows only when it receives sunlight in proper amount. So sunlight is essential for a plant to grow. Wake, said the voice of the raindrop bright. Now, for a plant to grow, it needs water along with sunlight. So now here the raindrops have also come to wake the plant. Because if the seed doesn't get enough water and sunlight, it won't grow into a plant. So both sunlight and water are equally important for the growth of a plant. The little plant heard and it rose to see. The little plant heard means that the baby plant received the sunlight and water, and it rose to see means it finally started to grow above the ground. The word rose here doesn't mean a rose flower, but it means to rise above the ground. So the little plant has finally started growing and coming out of the ground. What the wonderful outside world might be. This line means that once the plant has grown above the ground, it can see the world on its own, means it can now experience the beauty of the world, and it can grow into a bigger plant and then into a tree, and it can make its own food. So I hope you have understood the poem.